Deadpool had always prided himself on his insanity. After all, he'd lived through more ridiculous situations than most people could imagine in their wildest dreams. But even he wasn't prepared for what happened when he stumbled into a forgotten laboratory hidden deep beneath the city. It was meant to be another day of mercenary work. Dead bodies, a bag of cash, and an evening of chimichangas. But this time, things took a bizarre turn. A strange signal, a job that didn't add up, led him straight to the heart of the madness. The lab was dark, and the smell was a combination of old science experiments and something uncomfortably organic. As Deadpool wandered through the corridors, the walls seemed to pulse with a life of their own. He poked his head into a room and froze. There, in a containment unit, was a swirling black mass, an unmistakable piece of symbiote, imprisoned and trembling with dark energy. Deadpool's first instinct was to steal it. He wasn't sure why, but stealing alien goo seemed like the kind of thing a guy like him would do. His hands were on the glass, and before he knew it, the symbiote reacted, slithering toward him, a tendril of liquid black wrapping around his wrist. "Ooh, I'm gonna call you. Moby. No, wait, too aquatic. How about Fred?" Deadpool grinned, speaking to the goo. It didn't respond, of course, but he could feel it, the way it coiled and swirled around him, an energy both foreign and familiar, before he could make his. "Get away!" a voice echoed in the lab. "Do you think you can just take what doesn't belong to you?" Deadpool whipped around, his katanas appearing in his hands in an instant. A man dressed in a lab coat stood in the doorway. His glasses glinted menacingly. Wait, Deadpool interrupted, raising a finger. "Are you the villain here, or am I the villain? Because I've been the villain before, and honestly, I make a fabulous villain." "You don't want to try and steal my spotlight, buddy," the scientist sneered. "I'm Dr. Xenon, and that symbiote is mine. I've spent years studying its behavior, unlocking its potential. You'll regret taking it." "Meh, I'm sure." "We can work something out," Deadpool said nonchalantly, twirling his swords. "I'm just here for a fun time, Doc. No need to get all mad scientist on me. In fact, I've got a better idea. How about we team up?" Dr. Xenon's expression soured. "You think you can control it? It's unstable. It'll consume you." "Please, I eat unstable for breakfast, and dinner, and sometimes lunch," Deadpool replied, snapping his fingers. "Let's see what happens." The symbiote reacted violently, tendrils shooting out and wrapping around Deadpool's body. He laughed. "Oh, we're gonna have so much fun." But Dr. Xenon wasn't done yet. With a flick of his wrist, a glowing containment device appeared, designed to trap the symbiote. "You'll both be my experiments now," he growled, pressing a button that sent an energy blast toward Deadpool. In that moment, the symbiote surged, but it wasn't just the symbiote anymore. Deadpool's chaotic energy mixed with the symbiote's primal instincts, creating a volatile storm. A powerful wave of energy tore through the lab, causing explosions and sending sparks flying. "Holy crap!" Deadpool shouted as he was thrown across the room, his body now partially bonded with the symbiote. It wasn't just an external layer. It was inside him. His thoughts were jumbled, his body tingling with power. "Okay, this is getting weird. Hey, symbiote, buddy, are you there?" a voice answered. But it wasn't his own. "I'm here," it growled, a deep guttural sound mixed with Deadpool's own manic tone. "I am chaos." "Perfect, I love chaos," Deadpool shouted, now balancing on the edge of insanity. "Hey, you mind if I call you Fred? Fredpool has a nice ring to it." "I choose the name," the symbiote growled, the voice becoming more distinct. "Venom," Deadpool blinked. "Venom? That's been taken, my dude. You got another idea?" The symbiote's response was a mental snarl, a surge of energy that overwhelmed Deadpool's senses. "I am Venom, but you are Deadpool," it rumbled. "Together, we will be more than what we were." "Okay, I like where this is going. A little me, a little you, and a whole lot of chaos." "Let's make this party interesting," Deadpool grinned, as he leapt back into the fray, but Dr. Xenon wasn't done yet. He activated the device, and before Deadpool could react, energy chains shot out and locked him in place. "Nice try, loser," Deadpool snickered, the symbiote twisting and writhing. Under his skin, it was like two minds fighting for dominance. "You think you can control me? You think you can control us? You're gonna have a real bad time." The symbiote surged again, and Deadpool's body warped. A massive claw shot out, but Deadpool wasn't done with his antics. The symbiote's energy took on a twisted, comical form. A giant, cartoonish hand that grabbed the device and threw it across the room. "Oops, my bad!" Deadpool chuckled, flexing his fingers as they morphed into grotesque claws. "Guess I wasn't supposed to do that." Dr. Xenon, now visibly panicking, scrambled to regain control of the situation, but the symbiote was far too volatile. It was a dangerous combination of Deadpool's erratic thinking and Venom's brutal instinct. Their internal battle manifested in the chaos around them. Deadpool's voice grew deeper as the symbiote took hold of him. "You're not winning this. We're the ultimate weapon." Then, switching back to his usual tone, "I'm so gonna make you regret this." Venom, the symbiote, clung to Deadpool's body like a second skin, only more powerful, more uncontrollable. But in that madness, something clicked. Deadpool, despite being half insane, realized that the symbiote wasn't just a burden, it was an asset. "Wait a second," Deadpool grinned. "What if we work together? You know, like buddies? Like peanut butter and jelly, but more homicidal." The symbiote rumbled, hesitant but intrigued. "What do you suggest?" "We combine our chaos. You know, use my insane ability to predict things and you do the whole eat people thing." Deadpool paused, his voice shifting. "We'll be unstoppable. I'll make the plans, you'll make the mess." The two of them laughed, a blend of Deadpool's wild cackle and the symbiote's primal growl. It was absurd, but it was also perfect. Dr. Xenon, in a last-ditch effort, activated a containment field around Deadpool, but the hybrid chaos being wasn't done yet. Deadpool's insane mind worked in overdrive, predicting Xenon's next move, and countering it before the man even realized what was happening. "I told you I could predict everything," Deadpool said smugly, as Venompool's clawed hands shot forward, easily smashing through the containment field and grabbing Dr. Xenon. "Now, you're gonna tell us everything, buddy," Deadpool grinned. "We got a lot of good chaos to spread, and we're just getting started." With Xenon captured and the lab destroyed, Deadpool stood amidst the wreckage, his symbiote partner now fully integrated into his body. He gave the goo a thoughtful, "Look, you know," Deadpool said, "you're not so bad. In fact, I think I'll call you Venompool. Sound good?" The symbiote rumbled in approval. "Venompool. It has a nice ring to it." Together they walked off into the horizon, leaving chaos and destruction in their wake. They had learned something vital. Control was a myth, and sometimes the most dangerous and powerful thing was to embrace the madness. They were a team now, one fueled by unpredictability and insanity. And the world? Well, the world was in trouble.